It. Hold on, man. I gotta cover up the logo, so I don't get in trouble for them be on your saying. You know what I'm saying? Hey, should Diddy be free? Should they free Diddy? Let's talk about it. Hold on. Let's start the poll. Should they free Diddy? Should they let Diddy out? They ain't got nothing to hold him on. You know what I'm saying? The trial start today, and all the stuff that I heard, like, they ain't got nothing to hold Diddy on, man. They ain't got nothing to hold your boy on. They saying a whole bunch of stuff about Puff, man. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it real. Ain't nobody tell y'all had to come to them parties, man. I mean, we've been knowing Diddy was a little suspect for a lot of years, dog. We've been knowing that. I have a lot of people be like, man, Carter, man, you think Diddy should get off? Absolutely, he should get off. Absolutely, free my man Puff, free Diddy, and I'm gonna tell you why. Other than the Cassie situation, which I think no man should put his hands on a female, no man. I mean, there's only certain situations that a person should be allowed to retaliate. That's if a woman spit on you or she trying to kill you, one or the other. But other than that, free Diddy, man. That's all I can tell y'all. I got a lot of people upset with me behind that free Diddy, man. I was like, man, what did he really do? It ain't illegal to have thousands of bottles of baby oil. Maybe he was ashy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he was ashy. You know, the only person that could really like stick it to Diddy, no fun intended, you know what I'm saying? The only person that could really stick it to Puff is Justin Bieber. He the only one that can really, when I say really, have Puff locked up for life is Justin Bieber. If they can get Bieber to come out and tell what happened, yeah, man, that'll be a wrap. That'll be all she wrote. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about Diddy, even though he's a mogul, you know what I'm saying, he ain't untouchable. And I think like a lot of people who get famous and all these things, they bring the I'm untouchable. Can't nobody touch me. Take that. Well, you end up in prison. You know what I'm saying? And man, I'm sorry, but what I'm saying is like, you don't have the right to violate anybody, right? But if I show up to a Diddy party and I know that the Diddy party ain't the party to be at, I'm not gonna keep showing up to the Diddy party. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that sometimes, and a lot of people will chastise grown up activity. Now, am I letting my child go hang out with Puff? Hell no. Hell no. I ain't letting my kid in the same vicinity as Puffy. Didn't you hear what Usher said? Hell no. But here goes some things though. Why ain't nobody come out and say nothing until Cassie says something? Then everybody has something to say. The chick from Making the Band, the chick from Danny D. Kane. Well, both chicks from Danny D. Kane. But we already knew that some of that was gonna come out because Puff sleep with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you gotta look at what it boiled down to. The music game is a grimy game. They said Christopher Williams, Puff had Christopher Williams, you know who that, you know Christopher Williams, and had him down there doing things to him that you shouldn't do to another man. I'm just saying. But people will sell their soul to the devil to become famous. That's just realistic stuff. Now, if you touch a child, I believe you should get the death sentence. That's my opinion. Not only should you get the death sentence, the death penalty, but your parents should get life in prison for taking you over there knowing the situation instead of taking you home. I don't think anybody understood that Puff was a monster, really. Real talk. That's what people were saying. I don't know the man personally, but they said he was a monster. And if you beat on a female, you ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? So let's And then everybody says, well, how come it only happens to black artists? Okay, well, let's break down the scenario. I agree that sometimes black artists seem like they're being targeted more than anybody else. Puff, R. Kelly. I still don't know what the hell R. Kelly went to prison for. I haven't figured that one out yet. I'm still trying to figure Kel's situation out, because I don't think Kel should be locked up. Real talk. Just because you dating a whole bunch of females and you peed on a couple of them, I mean, I don't think you should get locked up for that. I don't. Not Kel, not R. Kelly. I don't see it, like, unless they were underage, and from what I understand, everybody kept saying they were over the age of 18. That's just what I'm saying. But how come don't nobody say nothing about Jerry Lee Lewis and Elvis? Like, you don't hear nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sugarcoating or taking no blame off of what Diddy, if Diddy did it. I'm not taking no blame off of him. But did you see the interview with Diddy, Jadakiss, and Fabulous? Did you see how uncomfortable Fab was? When Puff was like, after Diddy won that lawsuit from Croc, them people wasn't letting him get the power and the money. No, you absolutely right. Because one thing we've learned is, if you think you're bigger and more powerful than the entity that can control it all, you're crazy. People be like, the Illuminati and all that. Man, I tell people this all the time. You good as long as you don't start interfering with rich white people money. You see your president, you see what's about to happen to him in a minute? It's not going to be good for him. Why? Because the powers that be ain't finna let that happen. They ain't gonna let that. You starting to mess with rich white folk money. Not only that, but there's some rich black and Latino people that's laying in the cut. And when you start messing with anybody money like that, they find out dirt on you. I'm trying to figure out how you can have all these felony convictions and become president of the United States. That ain't my business. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure it out. But Puff have baby oil, he going to prison for the rest of his life. R. Kelly, I don't know. I still don't know. Somebody tell me what R. Kelly went to jail for. I need to know what Kells went to prison for, because I still don't know what Kells went to prison for. And then how do you expect a person to get a fair trial when you got shows out that say surviving R. Kelly, surviving Diddy? How do you get a fair trial after that? People done already made their own mind up by watching what other people have said. You know what I'm saying? Like, how? You don't get a fair trial after that. I ain't seen a black dude since OJ get a fair trial. And then he got a fair murder trial, but that silver suit smacked him upside his head. Look at Bill Cosby. You know why they let Bill Cosby out of prison? Because they didn't want to take the chance that he died in prison. They got to explain it. Come on now. Look at the statute of limitation that, like, oh, Bill Cosby put something in my drink 40 years ago. No proof other than the word of a white woman. No proof. So this tells you, I don't care how powerful of a black man you become, you still, and I mean this from the heart, don't take no offense to it, you still ain't nothing but an N-word to these people with the ER on the end. That's it. You would never be in the same atmosphere as rich white folks. Never. Don't ever get it confused. When they tell you, look at Whitney Houston. Them parents knew what they was doing, letting them kids go to R. Kelly's parents. Hey, I'm like this. When it comes to R. Kelly and them parents letting them kids go over there and oh, my kid, man, you can do whatever you want as long as my kid is a star. Them parents need to go to prison for life. Child endangerment. Pornography, whatever you want to call it. They should go to prison for the rest of their life, because greed ain't that serious. It is not that serious. You look at all these little kids now that are so mentally disturbed and got behind something that their parents put in motion. You don't believe me? Look at Will Smith's kids. Jaden ain't been the same since he went to a Diddy party. Willow ain't been the same since she went to a Diddy party. You want to take it further? August Alsina was cool in the fan until he went over to dealing with Jada and Will Smith. It's a cult, y'all. Look at Meek Mills. Meek Mills, somebody go to you and say, hey man, it sound like you on this thing. Bro, they don't understand the logistics. Meek Mills said, that ain't me on the audio. That's all you gonna say? Man, I'm defending myself till the wheels fall off. Hey, that ain't me. I don't even be in no type of party like that. I showed up and I showed out and I left. That's it. People think that Puff going to prison for life. Puff got senators, judges, congressmen. Everybody had been at TD Jakes. Everybody was at that party. Everybody. Y'all think Puff going to prison? Come on, man. Kel's gonna get out. I promise you, Kel's gonna get out. You gotta look at all this stuff that's going on. You ain't heard no dirt from rich white folks that do dirt. They ain't in prison chilling like that. They die before they go. They die. They straight up die before they go to prison. Think I'm lying? Check it out. You gotta look at the facts. If you ain't spending hard-earned money and you, like, that's why they don't want us to have a black Wall Street. They don't want us to have that no more. Why? Because when you can't control the narrative of black dollars, there's a problem. You think if Hispanic people had a Hispanic Wall Street that they could fuck with Hispanic people? No. You know why? Because Hispanic people can build any damn thing. Black people, we can create and invent any damn thing. Why do you think they need us? Why? Huh? Because you ain't never seen no disrespect to white people. But white people ain't never invented nothing but debt. Show me something a white man didn't take from some other race and I'll show you that he lying. Created nothing but debt. But he showed you how to hustle you. Black people came up with jazz, rock and roll. What they do? Man, let Elvis run this for a while. They ain't never came up with nothing of their own but slavery and debt. And they taught us that if we turn on each other, I'll treat you better. That's just facts. Look at Diddy. Diddy been locked up. First thing, hey, where's Jay at? Man, I don't know. Oh, they think because I'm locked up, man, they ain't gonna. You don't think Puff, if he get a long sentence, he ain't finna tell? Jay-Z, Will Smith, all them celebrities, man. Sacrificial lambs. Look at Kanye. Kanye sacrificed his mama. Come on, man. Talk about it. It's crazy, but it's facts. Y'all think it stops there? It don't stop there. It's been nasty stuff going on forever. Forever. Look at the Catholic Church. Look at the Catholic Church. How many times do you have to hear of a little boy being molested by a priest? One of the top people that should never touch a kid. Look at it. Look at your family. How many nasty relatives do you got in your family? I'm not saying Puff is innocent. If he did the things he did, he should get whatever's coming. But don't judge it in public. You know what I'm saying? If you notice, Meek's career has been downhill ever since the Diddy situation started. Meek ain't dropping no music or going on tour like he. Nope, he not. You know why? Because Meek didn't get in front of it like Jay-Z got in front of it when they talked about that girl, said that him and Puff did something to her at the awards show. Had Meek jump right in front of him and been like, look, I don't know what they talking about. That ain't me. Yes, I partied with Puff before. But nah, that extra stuff didn't happen. Look at Fabulous. Puff was like, yeah, but we ain't party like I like to party, daddy. Fabulous was like, man, we party, man. I invited you to my birthday, man. You know what I'm saying? All Meek had to do is jump in front of that bullet. Hey, that ain't me. I don't know what Nicki talking about. She been a hater for so long. Bam, get in front of it. Jay-Z, as soon as that thing came out, wasn't me. Wasn't me. I'm not, y'all ain't finna drag my name down there. Nope, wasn't me. Why? Because if you get in front of a problem, it's up to the other person to prove that you did it. You ain't never seen no 12-year-old kid running around the award shows without their parent. Like, come on now. Even her daddy said she was lying. But if I can create doubt, you lose sponsorship, you lose a whole bunch of money, and then you got to defend yourself in public. Now, mind you, that same person that said he did it, how come they didn't come and apologize to Jay-Z and Puff in public? Because it doesn't matter anymore. The public view said, hey man, you said you ain't do it. The dad said you ain't do it. That's the end of it. Nah, dog. I should be able to turn around and sue you for defamation of character. I don't care how old you are. But the world don't see it that way. A man got to defend himself to every kind of mischief that a person says. He ain't have to do it. They just had to say it happened. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like, you could wake up, go outside, knock your trash can over, pick it up. The neighbors call the cops, say you was vandalizing, even though it's your trash can. But the cops gonna say no, the trash can belongs to the city, even though you pay for it. The use of it, you pay for it. See what I'm saying? Like, the laws don't work the same way. I seen a man the other day, no lie, at the store. We chilling, getting gas. Cops pulled up. This man is in a brand new Mercedes Benz. Automatically drug dealer. Oh, is this your car? And we sitting there holding a conversation on how we can how he can help me, because I want to get. I'm working on writing a book. So he was like, hey man, I can help you with that. And the cop was like, oh, y'all are loitering, and whose car is this, and is it yours? And we're like, say dog, like, first of all, we getting gas. Loitering means you're standing around and you're just waiting on people to come over and ask them for money. That's loitering. Or you're just standing there just for no reason at all. Panhandling, loitering, all that runs into each other, right? I told the cop, I said, why are you bothering us? Because we're two black men and two expensive cars. He's in a Mercedes, I'm in an Audi. We're not breaking any laws. We're getting gas. So why are you even approaching us? What is your badge number and your name? And I need your supervisor right now. The cop was like, well, I'm just asking because it looks a little suspect. I said, yeah, two black dudes having a good conversation does look suspect to a racist white cop. I said that clearly. Because if you don't use your rights, you lose your rights. Why do you think they couldn't get Diddy to take that plea bargain? Croc over Diddy like 750 million and was supposed to help him promote his own liquor. That's why he sued Ciroc. They use him. But it's the thing though. Karma's a motherfucker. Look at all the people Puff fucked over. Even if Ciroc was supposed to do what they said, guess what? Puff done screwed over so many people in the music business. That's just karma. That's karma. Then all of a sudden he want to give everybody they royalties and they music back, but you ain't give Day 26 their music and you ain't give Danny D. Kane their music. You didn't do it. That's karma. I don't feel bad for Puff for that. 750, you let somebody listen. Now Gregory, now you know. Can't nobody sucker us out of $150. So imagine what we'll do for $750 million. Somebody would have cut that check. I would have had to eat it to my bank. Somebody would have cut that check. It would have went a whole different way. You understand what I'm saying? It would have went a whole different way. Somebody owe you $750 million. You don't pay me. Oh, we got problems until the day you die. Until I get something. I might not get 750, but I guarantee I get 550 of it. Guaranteed. This is why you got to be careful how you conduct yourself around people. Because one thing about it, when the upper echelon people start telling you, hey, dog, you don't really run nothing, we do. And I've seen people in the music industry get set up. Girl can look like she over the age of 18, be in the 21 and up club. They just sit there with the camera. Okay, well, here's my question. If you're going to get me, you're going to get this club owner too. Because what was he doing letting her in? But people don't know that. They don't know that. That's like when you go in the club, man, go in the club, do what you got to do, take care of your business, get them up out of there. Don't be friendly. Hey, but you know, I don't, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. You got a girlfriend? Take your girl, let your girl do all the talking. Hey, they want me to do a show. They bring in this lady. Handle that. That's how I conduct business. Don't even talk to me directly. Go talk to this person over here. Let them deal with it. Because at the end of the day, your reputation took forever to grow and took forever to get the respect, and it only takes 10 seconds for it to be demolished. That's it. He said that on Jimmy Kimmel, on the Jimmy Kimmel show, that he was speaking in code about Sherm on him and basically going back on their word. But at the same time, again, how many times did he go back on his word on somebody? See, you can't play with God. You remember that video? You can hate me now, but it won't stop now. Him and Nas. Remember when Nas said, yo, take the cross part of the video off that I'm in, because Nas said he not playing with God. So when they didn't, what happened? Nas over there, you know what I'm saying? But they was playing with God. Diddy thought he was God. What God do to all of us when we think we too big for our own britches? He smack us back down to reality. You know, I'm in the music industry. I'm in it. I write music, I perform, I do all of that. And I watch how people act with a little bit of fame. Can you imagine if I was on Diddy status? No fun intended. Not the parties though, not the parties. I want to be on a status. You don't believe that people with money becomes ignorant? Look at Russell Simmons. How come Russell Simmons had to leave the United States so he wouldn't get got? Because he was doing them same things. You got to be careful. Why you ain't heard from Jennifer Lopez? Why you ain't heard from Leonardo DiCaprio and all them? Why you ain't heard from all these people? Why they all gone to places that don't have no extradition? Because if they get a hold of you, it's over for you. It's like that. We live in society where money made people feel like they were entitled. But they forgot the rule of the land of the law, which God said, obey it. So when you start acting bigger than what you are, everything will crumble quickly. You don't believe me? Look at these kids today. How these kids talk to their parents now versus how they used to talk to their kids, their parents back in the day, is not the same. Because they feel like, oh, you can't do nothing to me. I'll call Child Protective Services. We'll call the motherfuckers, tell them to come pick you up. Matter of fact, I have your bags packed when they get to the door. Call them. See, what people don't understand is, you not hurting me. I ain't showing up to court. Hey, she want to go. She want to go with y'all, man. Keep her. Keep him. See you when you're 18. Or maybe never again. Because my peace and sanity and respect is more important than letting you just talk to me any kind of way. You dig what I'm saying? These kids nowadays, people want to blame rap music for the way kids act. Sit down, shut up. It ain't rap music's fault. It ain't the movie fault. It's your fault as a parent for not knowing how to keep your kid in line. That's it. That's it. You get a kid that will be like, oh, I was just playing. Can't play with no grown folks. What's wrong with you? In what world do you play with grown-ups? Only people that play with grown-ups is other grown-ups, and they know how far to go. But when you sitting down trying to explain something to a child, like, hey, I need you to understand this and understand that, you got to explain that. If somebody touch you, you come and tell me. Look, let me. No. We got to take back what's ours. Our children, our communities, And we got to start building from the ground up with all of that. Once we do that, we gonna be good to go. Y'all follow me, I'm gonna follow y'all back. I gotta go, but I'll be back on later. All right, thank y'all for joining my podcast this morning. You did. Thank y'all. Oh, hold on, I didn't even get to see the poll. The poll said, should Diddy be free? 40% said yes, 40% of y'all said yes, and 60% of y'all said no. All right, see y'all later.